Hello everyone from Fit Desk. We are here today to show you how to replace a crank arm. This is an important thing to do if you ever need to replace it, and we have the tools here to show you how to do that. It's pretty simple, and to start, the first thing we like to do is pop this little cap off, and you remove that with this and put it on the side. Next, you're going to need to remove the pedal. Now this is the left side, so it is a opposite thread, so we've already loosened it, and then you just do your removal by turning it clockwise, because it's a reverse thread on the left hand side. So once we have this pedal removed, we then can go and take out the 14mm hex nut that is located in the center of the crank arm. Now we have a 14mm socket on a 1/2" drive ratchet, and we're just going to do a removal. And to do that, you're going to put the wrench on there and give it a good smack, and it will loosen up. So what we do, we like to take this nut all the way out at this point, and that's that. This is a crank puller tool. It's very common. There's many different varieties, but the concept is always the same. You have an outer thread and an inner pushing part. So you take this outer piece and you thread it into the threads that are built onto the inside of the crank arm. And you just turn it in, but turn it way in, as far as you can go. If you have to put a plier on here, put it on and tighten it until it stops. Then you could see this piece moves independently, and that's going to push the inside and remove the crank arm. So here's where we do that, and these are pretty tight, so you have to kind of get it like this and push real fast. Push, and here you go. Crank arm comes right off. And then you take this tool out, and you have your crank arm off. If you need to put a new crank arm on, of course let's take this as a new crank arm, and you put it opposite of the other crank arm. So you don't want to put it like this or like this, you have to put it like that. So it's opposite. Okay, once that's done, you'll come back and just give a good tap to get that on there. Then you've got your nut right here. And you just turn that on. I like to use the socket till it stops. Put the wrench on it. Put it in the tightening position and tighten it. And you see the whole thing wants to turn. And that's where you go like this. And keep tightening it. See, but that's not tight enough. You want to go a little more. So I like to go like this, and that's where a mallet comes in. Again, and again, and again. That's about tight enough. You got to make it good and tight, this connection, or it's likely that you'll have a clicking sound or some sort of movement in this crank arm as you pedal. So now that that's good and tight, you can remove this. Put your cap back on, put your pedal back on. Now this is the reverse thread, so you're turning it counterclockwise to tighten. And this is an important step too, which is if you don't make this connection tight enough, it's possible to have clicking and sounds that are coming out of your Fit Desk that shouldn't be there. So just take your 5/8 wrench, get it to just snug up a little bit, and then what I do is put it opposite of the arm, like this, lean into it a little bit. Then take your mallet, make it good and tight. That's very important. Remove that, and you're all set. And that's how you remove a crank arm and tighten a pedal.